Hey guys, this is the continuation of part 1.
though. And we ended up leaving. And we went and got lunch. And I think we were able to talk a little bit while we were eating. Then we went for another ride to try and calm down. And a lot of the time, Matt falls asleep in the car, and that's one place that he can get some rest. Um, but when we got home, he panicked again. And we walked towards the back of the house, and he walked around in the backyard, kind of pacing. And he walked off. And that was Wednesday afternoon, and it was about 2:30 in the afternoon. He just walked off, and this time I didn't chase him because of everything that happened the last time. And it was daylight. I wasn't quite as scared because he seemed calm, but I didn't want to make him more scared or more confused. But I ended up calling the sheriff's department, and I asked for the PERT team to come out. And PERT is, I think it's psychiatric or psychological team or something. Basically, there's a licensed clinical social worker who comes with a team from the department. And everybody else is an officer, but the one guy, especially, who's there to help make more sense of the situation and help the officers make better decisions. He's the licensed clinical social worker, and so I explained, all of the events, up to that point, and how, Monday when he ended up at the hospital, how that was really traumatic for Matt. And so, based on all those decisions, when we found him, was about 3:30, and he was up on in the like park area where we live. And so I tried to talk to him, but he was kind of in that shutdown mode again. So he didn't even recognize that I was there or that I was talking to him. And after 5 or so minutes, he put his hands over his ears again and started rocking. And so I said, okay, I'll leave you alone now. I know this is overwhelming. So I walked away, and I went and talked with the sheriffs and the PERT clinician, and we figured out that it was best to just leave him alone, because at that point he was not a danger to himself, he wasn't a danger to anybody else. And it would be better to not go after him, I guess, because Monday night had been so rough. And so I talked with the PERT clinician a while more. I ended up talking with him on the phone later, trying to figure out what was going on. And after a couple hours, I went looking for him, because the other option would be to file a police report for a missing person. And if we filed the police report and the police saw him, there would have to be another police encounter, and we did not want that because we knew how scary it was before. So I drove around where we live in the neighborhood, didn't see him, asked some neighbors who saw him before. They didn't see him recently. And so I thought about it. I'm like, okay, he used to walk to work. Maybe he went on that path, and because it's familiar, maybe he's along there somewhere. So I ended up driving down near that path looking for him, and I found him sitting on the sidewalk outside a train station. Oh my gosh, my heart jumped when I saw him. I was actually on the phone with one of my friends at the time, because I was just trying to let my friend know what I was going through. And I saw Matt on the sidewalk, and I was just, oh my gosh, I saw him. Okay, now what? And I had to get the car maneuvered, turn here, turn there, make a U-turn, come back, and then try and figure out. I don't know if Matt's feeling good or bad, or if he's still checked out. If he'll recognize me, any of that. He didn't have an ID with him. He didn't have his phone with him. So I was like, okay, what do I do? So I prepared his cell phone. It has a case. And so I put a note in there. And that way, if he didn't recognize me and I was able to hand him his phone, that when he came kind of back to reality, he might see that and know what to do to call me. but didn't need to do that, turns out. And when I got to him, he was just cold and scared and confused, and he didn't know what was going on. But I said, hey, it's me, it's Christy. I love you. Let's go to the car and get you warm, and we can go get some dinner. I bet you're hungry. You haven't eaten in a long time, so let's go do that. And we did, and that was good. We did. And after that, we did go back home, and that night was rough. His moods were just all over the place. He would be scared and crying and confused, and then he would be like screaming angry and banging his fists on the table. So it was like kind of back and forth between calm, and then there was like panic, then there's the crying, and then there's like the screaming rage. And so finally he got so tired that he did go to sleep. And that was Wednesday. Thursday, woke up, everything was okay, I guess. We ended up not leaving the house on Thursday, and it was just kind of going between the crying and the panicking and the raging stuff again, and also being just overly tired, just so tired. And I tried to help him get sleep whenever he could, but we stayed at the house the whole day. And I was on the phone a lot of the day trying to battle with his doctors, with his insurance, trying to get him some medicine to help kind of stabilize him. And so that was really frustrating for me. The nurse never called me back that night, and it was it was really frustrating. So overall, though, Thursday went better because we didn't leave the house. There weren't any big dramatic things. He didn't run off or anything. Friday started getting a little bit better. He got more sleep from Thursday to Friday. Friday, he's been so focused on all of his work and recording for you guys that he did record more. Over these last few days, I have helped him upload things, and just to keep that part of everything going continuously and try to keep him at peace with all that. So anyway, yesterday went better. He got more sleep. He took a couple of naps, and we were finally able to get his medicine. And so he took a dose last night, and he took a dose this morning. And so far things have been so much better. And so we're just so thankful that things are, finally getting more stable. And even though it's still scary and we're not quite sure exactly what's going on, we've been getting a lot of prayers from friends and family, and that's been a big help. And so from here on out, we're just hoping to figure out what's going on and also keep things as stable as possible. So thank you for watching. And
anyways, that's been my life for the last 5 days. It's actually been a lot longer than that, but that's been leading up to what's been pretty much my mental breakdown the last 5 days. Today has been a little bit better. I've been able to, I don't know if you want to call it, control myself a little bit better, but I haven't been as panicky. I haven't been as emotionally ravaged as I was a couple days ago. Even yesterday was pretty bad, but yeah, that's a day and a week of me, if you will. Worst week ever. A week from hell, if you will. Anyways, I'm Gamingfool12. I appreciate everyone that has been supportive of me ever since I've started my channel. It's been rough starting, and everyone who's left me messages of praise. I thank them. You know who you are, and I appreciate every single one of you. So I'll keep doing what I do, and you guys keep enjoying what I do, and we'll all be happy. I'm Gamingfool12, and we'll see you next time.